Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to cover on this topic on eBay VeRO and how do you end up getting eBay VeRO. Now first of all I need to have this disclaimer saying that the video which I created is basically my point of view and my own opinion. It does not represent any organization or eBay. Viewers, please refer back to eBay site for the latest update to the terms and conditions as well as their policies and guidelines. So what is VeRO? Now, eBay VeRO basically stands for Verified Rights Owner. So it is to help the business owner or the person that owns this brand, which have the copyrights and trademark or the patents holder to enforce their IP rights on the eBay. So not everyone can sell the brand or particular trademark. This is also one of the reasons which they want to trademark their products in the first place. So the IP rights holder, basically registered with eBay, they can actually submit a report if you breach or if you sell their product without their permissions. So you can actually read more in this on this URL, which is the eBay Verified Rights Owner program. So let me show you where is it. So basically you can go to this URL over here. And on this page you can find all the information on VeROs. So you can read more, like if you want to report a rights violation, it's over here. If you want to look at who is participating in this VeRO programs, you can actually look at the list, the A to Z list, which is not the latest, for info. So it just gives you a brief guideline on what type of companies that is on the VeRO list. So what is the coverage? You might ask this question. So where does VeRO cover? Is it just only in USA? No, the answer is not. VeRO basically is covered anywhere as long as the owner claims the rights to the brands or the trademark or to the patents. So any brands can file a VeRO with eBay, as long as they can provide all the proof of documents, and this particular brand will be on VeRO list. If you look to the eBay VeRO page, you might not be able to find that company because eBay do not update, as often as they like. No, so they don't do that. So what are the most common types of VeRO that you can get yourself into? So basically, I can say there's three main types. The first type is a copyrights infringement, where if you're a dropshipper, you basically port all the images from Amazon or from any third-party websites onto eBay. And of course, if you were to ask me, how come they know that the images is actually copyrighted? You can't see any trademark, watermark orders. That's because the images on Amazon site is already being processed. So there are codes that you can't see that is embedded inside the pictures, in the images, and only by running through some programs then the codes will show itself. So mostly you will get this image violation due to copyrights. So what's the damage like? Well, actually none. The most they can do is to remove your listing and to return back your listing fee if you were to pay for this listing. Is there any possible solution? Well, yes, you can actually collage your images or to take your own unique pictures if you want. So this is a sure way you can get less or near to zero copyright infringement due to images. So the second type is the trademark or the brand infringements. Well, actually, this is just common sense. Do not list big brands that you know, and every 3 years old will know that it is a branded item or branded company. And also, do not use the trademark. Some other companies trademark on the eBay title. This is just telling people to report you, even if the rights owner do not report you. Other seller that see that, they will report you as well. So what's the damage like? Well, I can say the damage could be like you'll be suspended from selling for 7 days, and they will also remove any listing that's pertaining to this particular trademark or brands. So any possible solution? Well, yes, what you can do is you could actually look at the past history of products if you intend to sell. How many times have this product been sold? How often this product is being sold? And also look a bit at the seller. How old is the account the person has been selling? So this is just some guideline. So the last one is basically one of the common one is the replica and counterfeits, where eBay says that or someone reported that your listing is actually fake or similar to certain brands or certain item. So this is actually a no-no. So the damage is pretty heavy, where you will get a suspension for selling. They might ban you forever, or you might get a 30 days selling limits restriction, which but we'll try to avoid at all costs. So possible solutions, you always need to ask yourself before you list. Always remember, those that item that you sell locally doesn't mean that you can sell them on any platform anywhere. You still need to find out whether are you allowed to sell in that country. Do they have any distributor over there? Is anybody owning the rights to sell these particular products? So we see that there are actually local sellers that are selling products from China. So do take note that certain brands from China actually is not allowed to sell anywhere outside China. Yeah, so it works likewise for USA. So how can I avoid VeRO? Well, actually you can't. So there's no list that you can download to cross match. And of course, I know that you probably using some automated software to do your listing. And before you list or after, before you list, the software itself will flag to you whether the products is under VeRO list or not. So this is just you can say that it's just an insurance that you buy, but it's not 100% that will cover you from the VeRO program. As we know that VeRO itself can happen anytime if a company that's decided to file a VeRO while you have already listed this particular brand that is from China as well. So it can be any brand which if they want to file a VeRO, they can do it. Yeah, I mentioned there is no latest VeRO list. So sell only products that proven to sell. This is one sure way that you will not get yourself into trouble. And of course, the sure way is to have your own private labels where you actually VeRO your own item. And you decided to manufacture certain products that can sell well based on your selling history. You know what sell well. You can actually manufacture your own products and to sell them with your own brand. And of course, get yourself VeRO'd on eBay. And now you can turn the table around and go and hunt down people that are trying to sell you or undercut you. Another way is that you can do product bundling. This is actually a gray area where you actually bundle a few products together. Now, I'm not telling you that you should do it, but product bundling itself does help you in a way to increase the value of your listing and also how buyer perceive your products. Well, always try to be unique if you can. And I also like to bring your attention to this eBay user agreement, which I find it very important that you need to know. So eBay actually do not allow you to contact your buyer to buy or sell outside eBay. So this is a violation. Because the eBay also mentioned that you're not allowed to collect your eBay buyer email address by routing them to an opt-in page. So if you are doing this, I would suggest that you stop this for this moment and do not use this method to get people to sign up or route them to your pages. So as we know that eBay recently also worked with Shopify, and they actually have integrations for Shopify to eBay. So what's the damage like? Well, you get your lifetime suspension of your account, and also you need to pay a final valuation fee for the item, even if the buyer did not buy. So on the internet, someone already said that they actually got charged for it, where they need to pay a final valuation fee even they did not sell the item. So you can see that if the item costs $500 and you need to pay 10% to eBay $50 for not selling anything. So I can't confirm this because I have not encountered this situation before. It was just being circulated around the eBay circles of people that are sellers. So you can actually find out more if your friends have encountered this. Probably you can share it with us in the group. So bottom line is do not conduct any trade with buyer outside eBay platform. And there's high chance that the buyer themselves could be scammer. Yeah. Well, if anyone insists that you to trade with them outside eBay, please report the buyer ID to eBay. And I can be sure within 24 hours the person or this account will be taken down. So okay, some frequently asked questions. So can I appeal for eBay VeRO restrictions? Well, I'll say that I don't think you need to bother with this because once they remove your listing, you can actually put it down as a brand that you should avoid, and also to look for new items to sell or similar items to sell. Would it be good if I email the brand's company to get the rights to sell? Again, they clearly don't want you to sell their products or undercut their listings, so you get it right. I'm a new seller. eBay will close one eye to my violation. Well, as a matter of fact, if you're a new seller, eBay will monitor your listing more closely for violation using software. So if you're a new seller, I would suggest sell those items that is proven to sell first, and sell low price item to get in the traffic. Then you look into what other products that is of higher value that you can provide to the marketplace. So with this, I come to the end of this video. So you can visit our Facebook group, and at the same time, thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.